While family-friendly, our content is not intended for children. We commonly feature scenes of fantasy violence and other mature, though clean themes.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Firelight. I'm Hlandur, your favorite sorcerer. These are my friends. Introduce yourselves.
Nice.
Hey, what did I say about not talking over me? I didn't finish my introduction yet. Oh my goodness.
No.
Alright, fine, talk. Who are you?
Xy Faeth, your favorite asmer?
Do we need to start again?
Yes.
No, let's just keep going. So you're Asmir Bard. Yes. Your name's Xy Faeth. Oakthree.
I'm Koma, everyone's favorite poison dragonborn barbarian.
You know, if we're always someone's favorite, who's this person that really likes us?
Well, everyone apparently.
We're the favorite of that subtype.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's just one person who is just feeling like, oh, I really, really like Kobo this day, but then it's like, nah, I really like Xy Faeth another day. They like change their favorites every
That
now
person
and
is
then.
very capricious. Ghost doesn't want to introduce himself, so
I was
here's
waiting for
Ghost.
the other
Here's the
character to. What's your character?
I introduced myself in the beginning.
Did you say your character name?
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't paying
I said
attention.
it before that.
Seriously.
I'm Ghost. I play all the characters that people actually like.
Oh, that's a sad reality of life. So last time we're running away from this guy in a black cloak. Well, we're not really running away. We kind of just snuck out, and then we're going to see this person named Hathod at the Wizards Guild concerning Homo's Bell. So, yeah. So we're on the streets, right?
Yeah. So you guys, you're down at the bottom level of the city from this side of the city, and you are on the streets. There's a bunch of you're surrounded by housing. You can hear the sewer below you, and the direction is relatively easy to see because it's just towards the keep in the center. So you just need to keep following the houses.
Sure. I guess we'll try to get there as quickly as we can then.
All right. So as you're going, I want you to, because you can see the direction to go vaguely, but there's obviously like better or worse turns to make. It's kind of a maze down here.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you guys make? Would that be a survival check? Sure.
Navigation check.
It's navigation. So navigation is under survival.
Yeah. Sure. I'll make a survival check. Can we deceive other people into going the wrong way? Let's take D20 plus my survival is +1, and I got a 17. Yay!
Oh, my survival's +5. Let's go. So
My survival's -2.
And this,
man.
in this particular one, you guys aren't, going independently. You're all traveling together. So just the highest one is the one that matters.
21.
So it looks like Xy Faeth takes point on this, and you're able to find after a few different confusing intersections, you kind of recognize that you can actually see the more well-traveled paths as just kind of less dirty, and the ones that kind of lead to nicer areas, they've been cleaned slightly more often. People have been taking better care of the buildings. And it seems like if you follow that, you get closer and closer to the keep quicker.
Sure.
As opposed to the other ones, which seem to just end up mazing away in the wrong direction.
Yeah. All the while, I'm like dragging Como along because he rolled a 9. So hey, no, this way. No, this way. Just follow Xy Faeth. Stop getting distracted by the horses, Como.
There's definitely no horses in this area, but
I would imagine that Como would be imagining horses as he's walking. Right?
He'll find a way for there to be horses everywhere.
horses find a way.
Imagine. Horses are out to get Komo's attention.
Como's got a strong imagination.
All right, everyone make a perception roll.
Oh no.
Oh,
Is that another negative? Let's see. My perception is. Where's my perception? It's a +3.
Oh dear.
everyone's got terrible rolls.
Hey, Xy Faeth, I guess you're too busy leading it.
Yeah. Alright, guys.
You're like tunnel vision.
Just really want to get there, man. Come on. Don't do it.
Okay, wait. What were the rolls again?
So I got a 13, and Xy Faeth got a 6, and Como.
A 3.
Okay, so you guys are walking along, and you come to a sort of more wide open area. Buildings pull back. There's some old shops here that look like they're not open yet. This time in the morning. They might be some sort of specialty shops or something like that. In any case, they're closed. And there's no one really in this kind of little plaza. There's a tiny little fountain in the center of it that's kind of weakly shooting out a little bit of water. And none of you really notice how or when he shows up. But that wizard guy that confronted you the inn is suddenly in front of you.
I don't like this guy. Hey, Xy Faeth, stop being distracted. How'd you not see him appear right in front of us?
I saw some horses and I really
You no. You're not the one that likes the horses, okay? That's Como's thing. You stay in your own lane.
He looks pretty threatening. He says, "You fools know not what you're messing with. Give me the magic item."
Who's gonna make us?
I'm assuming this guy that showed up.
Yeah, it's gonna be him.
just him.
Is it just him, or is it like
me, myself, and I?
Yeah? Does he have like his thugs here?
He pulls. So he puts out his hand, and a fireball
starts erupting. Can I do something? Would I be able to do something? Would I be able to react?
No, it doesn't erupt. He just has like fire is in his hand.
Okay.
And he says, "It would be wise of you to hand over the magic item."
I feel like this is the opposite of wisdom, Mr. Bad Guy.
Yeah. Slash, dude, I'm a dragonborn. Do you think I'm afraid of a little fire?
He looks at you with disdain. "You're not even a fire type dragonborn. What are you talking about? You have no resistance to fire whatsoever."
Like, hey, don't assault Como like that.
Roll. Can someone roll a 10-sided dice, please?
Here you go. 7.
Okay. So yeah, he says, "I will give you to the count of 10 to hand over the magic item."
Okay. Would I be able to cast a quicken spell?
A quicken spell?
Yes.
So, are you trying to just do it faster than he casts his spell? Or are you trying to, not make it so that, he doesn't notice that you're casting or something like that?
Actually, I could probably do both. I got subtle spell too.
Oh.
As my feat, so I don't need to use any verbal or somatic components. And if I look at my... You don't have anything! Shh.
I actually do have something. Shut up.
I have my breath.
Yeah, Coma's got poison. What do you got?
Cutting words.
We're gonna die here. We did.
Nothing works.
No. Okay. Well, I'm gonna cast.
How long does it take to cast your spell?
It's a bonus action for me if I quicken it, and I'm gonna hide it. So that means I'll be using up all my sorcery points to do that. But I don't know if it'll work. But I can try it. What were you gonna do, Xy Faeth?
Well, if he was gonna attack us, I could use cutting words.
Okay. All right.
Or bardic action to buff one of you guys so that you'll do better at whatever you guys may want to do.
Okay. So this guy understands every language that I speak, so I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna blind this guy without making any gestures or noise. So I'm gonna use up all my sorcery points.
All right, you whatever you're gonna do, you have to have it decided by now.
Yep.
His countdown is already reaching almost to its end.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay, so what exactly are you doing?
I'm gonna cast blindness on him.
Ooh.
So I can blind my foe, and I choose a creature that I can see. I'm thinking that he's within range, and he would need to make a Constitution saving throw. If he fails, he's blinded for the duration of the spell, which is 1 minute. And at the end of each of his turns, he can make another Constitution saving throw to negate it, basically. Yeah. So you need to roll, and my spell DC is 13.
Okay, let me just see something here.
Oh, and I have to roll something.
So just can you make a?
Oh, that was close.
What?
Oh, I have to roll on the wild magic table.
Oh, okay.
No, like if I roll a 1 there, then it's bad, or then it's interesting.
So can you make a? So you're going to use your.
I'm using Quicken, which basically makes it into a bonus action.
Right.
So yeah.
And are you going to use Settle Spell as well?
Yeah, I've used both.
Okay. Can you do a? Let's say a. I think either performance or persuasion, or no, maybe a deception. Actually, make a deception check, just to see it, because he's obviously watching you very intently, and you were just talking to him. So if you go silent, he might suspect that you were going to cast a spell.
He might suspect. I got 11.
You got 11?
Yeah.
All right. So you go a little too suspiciously silent for him, and he notices that you're casting a spell, and he counterspells it.
All right.
All right.
So
roll initiative, everybody.
Okay.
So my initiative.
Also, when he counterspells, he says, "Counterspell!" Like that.
I'm like, what kind of an idiot announces his spell? Let's see, my initiative is +2.
Mine is plus.
Nice. I get to go again.
Oh,
Wait, did you actually roll that one?
Yeah, I rolled a 1. So he's...
rolled a 22.
Ah, dang it, I wanted to go
Yeah.
first. Man, Home of the Dragon is really fast.
All right. Okay, so how close are we?
he landed probably like 15 feet away from you.
How far?
15 feet.
Oh, okay.
1-5. 1-5.
It's hard to hear for this thing, you know.
I know, we're talking over the internet. He's in 5 dragon feet away from you, but 15 actual feet.
Okay, I think I'm gonna use my Blazing Breath.
Ooh.
But wait. Are we in a crowded area?
No, there's no one around.
Okay, good. I'm using my breath attack.
Okay. Does he have to do a save from that?
Yeah, the DC for this saving throw equals 8 plus my Constitution modifier plus my proficiency bonus. In total, that's 13.
Okay. What did he roll? Oh, he rolled a 7. And how much damage does it do?
Okay, a 2d6 and no, fail. Yeah, 2d6.
So just type in hashtag 2d6.
Yeah, can you... Yeah, hashtag D... Or no, hashtag 2d6? Yeah, hashtag 2d6.
Yay! Oh, you did 7 damage. Nice.
That's high.
I don't know. I just like that you did 7 damage. 7 poison damage, right?
He goes, "Blah! Disgusting! You dragonborns that use poison are disgusting!"
So, that's just Coma's morning breath. Don't worry about it.
I had extra onions with it this morning.
Oh, that's right. That's why dragons like to eat onions.
For the record, that's just me.
Oh man, you imagine like fire breath with like garlic and onions added to it.
I would imagine hot peppers. But,
Okay. Okay, guys, I'm out. I'm out of morning breath. You're up.
Oh, okay. We shouldn't. Like, that guy looks like he's about to cast a fireball. I feel like we shouldn't be together in a nice little package for his fireball.
Does he look severely weakened?
No, he does not look weakened at all.
Come on, this guy's a wizard. He should be weakened.
He's not going down.
Come on, are you done your turn?
Yeah, I already used my attack.
Okay. Who's next, Mr. T?
You.
I'm assuming it's me. It is me,
Tis
right?
you.
Okay.
Tis you.
Okay. Can I move like... I'm going to move like 20 feet away from Como and Xy Faeth so we're not caught in a fireball.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll use my second level spell again. So that'll be it for my second level spells this day.
Okay.
And it'll be another blindness. So I'm going to try to blind him again. So he will need to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Let's see.
Unless he counterspells me again. Which I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, like... He already counterspelled my awesome move.
He's actually going to save that slot. So, no, he's just going to have to take it, unfortunately.
I don't like this guy.
What is it?
The DC for my blindness is 13. Constitution saving throw.
Unfortunately, with his modifier, he makes the save.
Guys, he at least has a +1 modifier. I just look and I'm like casting, like I cast a spell. I'm like, shut your eyes, and see it.
And then he also shuts his eyes. That's how he resists it, because you say it beforehand.
Illusion.
Thanks for the warning. Speech 100.
Dang, this guy's good. It's like, why are you evil?
Wonder how we do.
It's like shouting flashbang before you throw a flashbang. Flashbang!
I mean, like, it's only courtesy, you know.
All right, then it's Xy Faeth's turn, I believe.
Okay, so I will also move 20 feet away from Kobo, so I don't get...
Are you moving towards me, or are you moving the other way?
Other way.
Okay. Just
I cast...
You cast what? He casted
And then I
something.
cast invisibility on myself.
You coward!
You can't wait. You can't cast two things in the same turn.
What?
Wait, what did you say? Oh, okay.
Cast invisibility on myself.
Oh, okay. That's what you do. You cut out for a second, and then so I thought you had said you would cast one thing.
Up, suspense and all that, Totally.
All right.
So
It can last up to an hour.
Yeah, I hope you're not going to abandon us.
I like swipe the bell and like dip.
All right, you cast invisibility on yourself, and it's his turn.
Oh no, he's going to come after me, isn't he? I tried to blind him twice.
Okay, so he does a bunch of really over-the-top gestures.
I was like, okay, calm down there.
Super fighting magic cloud! And then you hear this sound that's like... and a really disgusting smelling yellow cloud is centered on Como.
Moron. I'm a poison dragonborn.
But it is... actually, it's not centered on Como. It'll be between... It's in the middle of Como and Hlandur, so you both are in it.
I think this is the worst. Not only do I have to put up with that guy talking, I have to put up with him with the smells. Sorry, what'd you say, Xy Faeth?
Oh, I thought you were going to complain about how you were stuck with Como, but, you know, being under a yellow cloud also works, too.
I mean, it might have helped if someone didn't go invisible.
Yeah, who did that? Who would actually
and maybe attack the guy for once.
I have a strategy.
We be aware of it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
He's like 40 feet away from me. So don't talk. Shh. He might hear you. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Does he do anything else?
He also... there's a lot of posing.
Oh, I see.
Oh my goodness, this guy's a poser.
You can see, though, like, his cape furling is beautiful in a way. It's disgusting and beautiful at the same time.
Would it be a bad thing if I learned how to furl my cape from an evil guy?
Yes. So is it... wait, who had the highest roll again? Como?
It was Como the dragon.
So you do have a resistance to poison.
All right.
But that actually won't help you here. So roll a saving throw, please.
But I might want this with me.
Because you don't have immunity to poison. So you roll a 2.
Oh dear. Oh dear, Como.
So you are going to lose your turn as you... So there's this horrible... Oh, I guess you have advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, roll again. Roll again. You might not. Let's see.
Come on, Como. Do it for us.
Yeah.
Oh, no, me.
That's a 50% improvement over 2. But...
So you rolled a 2 first, and then with his advantage roll, he rolled a 3. Oh, Como.
So there's this yellow, nauseating gas, which normally you're like pretty okay with poisons, but there's something about this that is just particularly unpalatable to you.
Because it's less poison and more fart.
It's just yeah.
What does that not qualify as a poison?
And you immediately start puking on the ground.
Come on, don't breathe it in. Don't breathe it in.
Oh, great. There goes my onions.
Rest and rip
Are
onions.
you like literally
Don't do
peeking
this.
out onions right now?
Yes, that was the
Like
main part of the meal.
Full on onions, not chopped, just full
I'm like-
onions.
I'm like, you jerk, you made Como peek out his onions.
So
Aprons.
you basically lose your turn. Hlandur, I believe you have the second.
So I have to roll a d20. Oh, wait. Hashtag d20. I should just get this on the whatever. And then, do I add any modifiers to that?
What's your save? Your constitution
Oh, it's
save.
cost save, right? Okay. My constitution is +4. Wow.
Is it?
Yeah. It's not +4.
Yeah,
It
one
just has
tough
a-
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, your saving throws.
Yeah. Yay! Oh, wait. Yeah. Wait, no, hold on. Was that a hashtag? No, I don't think it was a hashtag.
Oh no, it wasn't. You're doing that thing when you're trying to just type in the roll you get.
Oh no! It better be a 24. No!
So yeah, you are just puking on the ground.
Call all your breakfast.
Oh, please. You could do it better than I could.
So, Xy Faeth, you are...
like rolling on the ground right now. My stomach hurts.
It's your turn.
Save us.
I can't tell if I should be laughing, crying at the same time while looking back at my teammates.
You should be
mourning. You'll give away your position.
That's right. We told you shut up and get him.
So I cast 2nd level sleep, which will break my invis. But
he's casting 2nd level sleep.
You guys kind of need some help.
Wait, do we need to make a saving throw? You can probably center it somewhere else.
Yeah, you could put it onto him.
It's like no, I cause vast mayhem and destruction by.
There's no one else around.
Yeah, it's just us.
Put him to sleep.
Okay, just for you.
So sorry, you're using it as a 2nd level spell. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so normally you would roll a 5d8, but because you're using a 2nd level slot for it, you would roll 2d8 more, so it would be a 7d8 that you would need to roll. Meanwhile, as I think, 25. That's pretty good. Does he have 25 HP?
Is that in total? You rolled a 25?
Yeah. That's my total.
Yeah, that's not enough. He is not sleeping.
Oh, and you're visible now.
And yes, you can be seen. You still have a move if you want.
Sorry, Faith. Save us.
Yeah. Where are the hope?
What do I do?
Like I ran out of breakfast puking. I don't know what's coming out now.
Oh, I can actually save one of you guys. Good job. Good job, V.
Oh.
I have to touch one of you.
That means you'd have to go into the cloud.
Exactly.
I don't think you want that.
No. Sorry, guys.
Okay, I'm guessing it's Mr. Villain's turn.
Yeah, it's his turn. So he actually knows that Hlandur has the bell.
Wait, no, I gave it back to Como.
Oh, did you give it to Como?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he knows who has the bell. He has some sort of sensing equipment.
I'm on the ground like, Como has the bell.
So he actually runs into the cloud to try and shake down Como for the bell.
I hope he gets poisoned by his own
How big is this guy?
He's not that big. He's just like a normal-sized guy. But he is going to just try... He is trying to sift your pockets for the bell. He's just like grabbing at you and like trying to grab at your like bag and pouches. Give me the bell! Give me the... Well, he doesn't say bell, though. He doesn't know it's a bell. He's like, give it to me! Give it to me! And so I want you to make a grapple check at disadvantage, please.
Oh, no, Como.
Okay.
Or I guess, actually, I should roll at advantage. That's what I'm going to do. Let's make it a contested roll. So you roll and I roll. But I get to roll twice.
Okay. Oh, no, Como.
Just want to see if I get a anything. Okay, so 18. So you're just kind of... What's your strength modifier?
It's on +8.
Yeah, it wouldn't be +7 though, so it doesn't really matter.
+4.
So he manages to actually like kind of tackle you down to the ground, and he is trying to grab at your pockets and stuff, trying to find the bell.
Como, puke at him! Puke at him!
That count as an attack?
I hope so.
Projectile vomit. Ugh.
Como has learned a new move.
So you are still in the cloud, though. So on your turn, you must make a saving throw again.
Use your wings and bluster the cloud.
I'm a dragonborn, not a dragon.
He says.
We asked too much of him. All Como wants to do is love his horsies.
5.
Oh, you can roll twice because you do have resistance to poison.
Roll again, Como. What? Why is this a progression for you? 2, 3, and then a 5 and a 4.
So yeah,
No.
you are still too sick to actually do anything.
Como, did you make mad the online dice roller?
Yeah, what did you do to the online dice roller?
Said screw you for no reason to it.
No wonder. It's not very happy with you. I'm guessing that Como's turn gets skipped.
Yeah, Como's turn gets skipped.
Oh my goodness! How much are you puking?
How is this wizard immune to his own attack? Immune to the poison?
I mean,
Equipment?
Wouldn't you be?
So the way that the poison works is that anyone who is in the cloud at the start of their turn must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I guess I'll go now.
Yep.
There's tears like streaming down my face. This is the worst. I haven't felt like this since I ate grandma's cooking.
I'm back. Oh no! Oh no! You are incapacitated with puking.
I got a +6. I don't know what I'm puking out now. I'm just surprised at the volume that's coming out.
It's also like once you're out, it's just kind of dry heaving. Like,
make this stop. This is worse than torture. Someone report him to the police.
This spell can last up to a minute, which is quite a few combat rounds.
Well, I'm puking.
So Xy Faeth, what you gonna do?
I cast True Strike.
True Strike.
What's True Strike do?
You point a finger at a target in range. Your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses. On your next turn, I gain advantage on my first attack roll against the target, provided that the spell hasn't ended.
Okay. So you do nothing, but next turn your attacks will be better. Okay, good to know.
Hey, Xy Faeth, talk a little bit louder because I can't hear you as much. Oh, it's because of the poison cloud. Or whatever, the stinking cloud. Alright, so you got advantage on your next roll.
Alright, so that means it's his turn.
No! Hold on to that bell. Hold on to that bell for your dear life. Oh.
So he manages to resist the effects of his own poison cloud.
Oh,
okay. Let's do another contested grapple. Como. See if he can. Oops, did that wrong.
Rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1.
Why, Como? Why?
He rolls low, but So as you're trying to fight, somehow you manage to get your hands under your own butt, so you're sitting on your hands. While he is searching you, and his hand manages to make it into the backpack and pulls out the little package with the bell in it, and he goes, ha 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 ha. It's mine, he says.
I'm just peeking over here and I'm sad. There's a puddle.
I can't do anything.
Puddle of tears now.
Yeah, he's still fine.
Okay. I guess it's Como's turn then. What do you do, Como?
I really can't do much, and
well, you gotta
depending on the roll.
You gotta roll that.
Roll that d20.
Fart defense.
11.
Oh, and then you add your Constitution modifier.
+3.
Saving throw. +3.
+3. Your Constitution save isn't more than +3? Because aren't you...
What's your Constitution modifier? Is it
My
+3?
Constitution modifier is +3.
And then what's your proficiency? +2?
Because wouldn't you be proficient in saving throws?
I think so.
Because you're a barbarian. Aren't they proficient in Constitution saving throws?
I would assume.
Yeah, it's +2.
So it's a +5 altogether for you.
So +5 altogether. So you are actually able to resist the fart cloud.
Yay.
All right.
And so you are fine and may take your turn.
Kick his butt.
Okay. I'm going to kill this guy. I'm going to kill him.
I like the simplicity of your statement.
Okay, let me see.
So is he right near Como?
Oh yeah, he's standing he's standing right beside you.
Kick his butt, Como.
In fact, he's like kneeling beside you because you were on the ground after he tackled you.
Okay, so I'm on the. So am I? So what position am I on the ground?
You're sitting. You
Okay,
you can use a move action to get up if you want to, but you can also technically attack from the ground. I won't give you a negative for attacking from the ground since he is also on the ground.
So he's on the ground too. So would it be possible for me to get my mace out and clobber him?
Yeah, I assume that you already had your mace out because when the combat begun and you rolled for initiative, I'm assuming that the act of rolling initiative is drawing all your weapons and stuff.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and smash him with my mace.
I'm assuming he said mace.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll your d20. Add your modifiers.
So
Bum, 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 bum. So it's d20 plus your strength plus your proficiency.
okay, so that's the +2. That's my.
Hurry
So,
up, Como. I
4
can't puke
equals-
anymore.
That's it.
8?
I rolled 8. 8.
Oh man. So you swipe your mace. You're just a little too far away from him because you're sitting, and so it just kind of passes underneath his chin, and he goes, "Whoa!"
I'm like, I think of myself. I'm like, I'm so glad he didn't laugh. I laughed again.
And now it is Hlandur's turn.
Okay, let's see if I can do anything at all. Hashtag d20 plus 4. Constitution modifier. Yes, that is an actual roll. 23. I can do stuff.
Wait. Oh yeah, you can do stuff.
Okay. Is there a way to move out of the fog cloud and still be able to see him in Como?
Oh yeah. You only have to move back a little bit, and you're out of the fog cloud.
Okay, I do that. And then, since I'm out of level 2 spells, you know what? I'm going to magic missile him. So I cast magic missiles at him, and they strike unevenly.
Mm-hmm.
And each dart deals... So there's 3 darts. Two, 5, 4, 9, 10, 11. I with a flourish try to mimic what he was doing with his with the furling of his cape, but it just looks like it's way worse than.
Well, do a performance roll.
All right, fine. I'll try it. Do I even have? I don't think I have anything in performance. Do I?
It's not trained, but you got a +3. It looks like.
Yeah. A 9. No.
So the magic missiles, of course, do strike him, and
They look like a chump.
when you see him take magical damage, it looks like it may have been that he was already getting a little cold feet when he took the dragonborn poison in the first place.
Yeah.
And when he gets hit by the magic missiles, he kind of makes like a and kind of recoils and drops the bell.
If I had a spell, or if I had a cell phone, I would make that as my ringtone.
And
spell phone.
He looks at you and he sees the cape furling.
Yeah.
And he looks really, really angry, but also he looks very, very hurt and disappointed.
I pulled that off perfectly. I look exactly like you, but way cooler.
So he actually pulled something out of his pocket. It looks like just like a yellow stone, and he throws it on the ground, and it explodes in smoke, and he seems to disappear.
Is the bell still on the floor?
Bell is on the ground.
Okay. Bell's on the ground, and he disappeared. Man, I really hate that guy, but you gotta hand it to him. He actually is quite entertaining. Is the stinking cloud still here?
The stinking cloud it dissipates almost immediately, as he is no longer concentrating on it.
Gotcha. I don't feel so well. I knew it. That guy was up to no good. Are you guys okay?
I'm still sad over the loss of my onions, but otherwise, yes.
I too am sad for the loss of your onions. Hey, Xy Faeth. What were you doing over there? You're just like doing these crazy dance moves on the sideline.
You're gonna cast sleep or like do a plus level 2 thunder wave on.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. All right. Anyways, I'm hungry again, but we need to get out of these streets. Let's get to that keep, right? Can you continue leading us, Xy Faeth?
Okay, wait. First, can I cast like cure wounds on them or something?
Oh, was Como hurt?
Do you have the ability to cast cure wounds? What? Oh, you're a bard. You could. I don't know that anyone was actually hurt though.
No, just puking.
So there isn't any
then.
actual need to.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah. You have a suspicion that he wasn't trying to hurt you guys, but you'll see next time you meet him, I guess.
My onions would say differently.
He hurt my feelings.
So you guys keep on moving to the keep. You're getting to nicer parts of town, and it appears that you're going through a merchant district. This is where it is no longer the warehouses and things that people can contain their stock. It's the actual storefronts where people actually get open and sell things. So you see there are armorers, there's general goods.
Is there a person selling bread?
Absolutely. There are a number of bread carts of various kinds of bread, and
I'm like, hold on, wait, guys, and I go and pick up like a loaf. Like, I need to eat something. I'm hungry.
Yeah, you can get a loaf for like 2 copper pieces.
Okay, I will get a loaf, and I'll split it with you.
I want to see if they have anything with onions in it here for my next breath attack.
Okay, can you roll a investigation check?
Okay.
It's probably not trained. It's intelligence based.
Oh, actually, well, I have a +1.
Oh, nice.
11.
Yeah, it's funny to me that Como is technically smarter than Hlandur. But so you are carefully looking through the stalls, and you're trying to find the most oniony thing in the quickest amount of time. You managed to find this kind of like onion pastry that is pretty good. It's only a copper piece for just one onion pastry. And it's pretty oniony, but you have the suspicion that you could have, if you had rolled better, you would have found the king of onion pastries.
Good enough. All right, so we get our breads and we continue on.
So you get to the foot of the keep. You can see that it basically rises like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet above you. It's quite an intimidating structure. It's just covered in carvings. And one thing you notice is that there are a lot of people on like scaffolding all around the base of this keep, looking like making note of, copying, and just apparently researching all of these carvings. That kind of stops if you look a little ways to your to the west, and you see that there's kind of like the main street is over to the west of you, and there's a giant like kind of gate thing that enters into the keep, and looks like you can see kind of the shining gold helmets of the keep guard, which you would guess they are not to be messed with. And there's nothing. There's kind of like an emptiness in front of them. Like there's busyness and bustling. The morning trade is starting up and all that kind of stuff. But then in front of those guys, nobody dares to get close to them.
Okay.
But yeah, in this section, you seem to have found kind of like the scholarly area, and in fact, it is kind of like the scholarly capital of Firelight, other than kind of like the equivalents. There's an equivalent city in Glitterhelm, the Dwarven area, which has a bunch of Jotun runes that are considered incredibly important. Although, of course, people in Carindale would say that they are less important than these ones. And so the trade on Jotun artifacts and also Jotun knowledge is kind of centered here on the Jotun central capital and castle. Relatively, it looks like there's kind of like a long, low building. It's relatively ornate, but it doesn't look like it's super old. And it appears to be the university and research facility that Runa was talking about is situated here.
Okay.
And you can see that it has a painted sign with some words that you don't understand. Looks like they are in the Jotun tongue, and a painting of a 3-pronged crown. As you approach the university, you find yourself kind of going into an entrance lobby, and there is a super, super, super old man there who looks like he is kind of like the receptionist secretary person.
I whispered to Xy Faeth, I'm like, man, you'd think that after a while he'd be promoted from being a secretary. I smell myself first. I'm like, do I still smell like farts?
No, they've pretty much worn off.
Okay,
it was a magical gas, so.
Yeah, I know. That's the worst type of gas. Okay, so I guess, well, Runa said for us to go and find this guy. Hey, Xy Faeth, can you ask around and see where this guy is at. His name was Hathod.
Sure. Do any of these guys speak like anything aside from common?
Who of whom do you speak? Like, who are you saying?
Like, there are only one. There like there's this short dude, and is that it, or is there like other people in this area?
Well, right now you're in the entrance, but if you were to walk around the kind of campus, you would find all sorts of people. Mm-hmm. The guy who's right in front of you, this old man, you don't really know what languages he speaks. He looks like he is probably a pretty learned person, though. He's kind of wearing... actually, you know what? Why don't you make a perception roll to see what you can figure out about this dude by just looking at him, other than the fact that he's old.
Oh, you got a 12. Nice.
Well,
it's hard. You get a little distracted by how old he looks, but you can tell that if he is a secretary, he's a very highly honored one. He's wearing pretty fancy-looking robes that are kind of like wizard robes, but look more like a wizard who teaches robes. He might not actually be a secretary. He might just sit here in the entrance and act like a secretary sometimes.
Gotcha.
So you're leaning towards he's probably something like a professor.
I walk up to the professor and ask him about the whereabouts of, was it Wilson? The guy we're looking for.
The volleyball! Wilson? No. So the guy's name was Hathod, I believe.
Excuse me, sir. We're looking for a man named...
Ah!
You gotta speak louder. This guy's deaf.
Speak up, young man.
Alright, moving on. Why do you guys do this? I'm trying very hard not to be slightly offended.
You're offended by this?
Yes, I'm so offended by this. This triggers me to no end.
I say, all right, fine. You tried. You didn't try anything.
You didn't try hardly at all.
I try again.
Okay.
I'm like, I whisper in your ear. I'm like, okay, say this. I'm like, tell him your name, and then say we're looking for Hathod.
Hi, sir. My name is Xy Faeth, and we are looking for Hathod. Do you know where we can find him?
That was perfect.
He
You're doing such a good job.
looked kind of half asleep before, and he pulls a very thick pair of glasses out of his sleeve and puts them on, and then kind of leans forward and takes a second look, and he says, "That's an interesting name, young." And then he pauses for a second. "Lady."
Thanks.
And you can tell, so he's examining you. You're guessing probably because you are an ASMR.
Yes.
And he says, "From what part of Firelight do you hail, Xy Faeth?"
I hail from the northern
Oh, from the northern regions. That's definitely not an extremely broad area with many separate provinces. What business do you have with Hathod? You're certainly no student I've ever seen.
I'm a transfer student. Just try to...
Well, you do fit the description of a transfer student. Someone.
Okay.
From what university do you come from?
Oh. The University of Love.
What?
I literally break down and start laughing. I'm like literally laughing. Like this is going so well.
Palm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll something.
The University of Love.
So he.
That goes down in my notes, by the way. Xy Faeth is from the University of Love.
So I want you to make a deception check.
While Xy Faeth rolls. Hey,
14?
Como, can you breathe? Can you do the poison thing again now?
Only after a short rest. We haven't exactly had a break.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
He looks at you again, and he looks kind of unimpressed. And he says, "If you were from the University of Love, I should expect you'd be wearing your badge, which I do not see. Those who come from the University of Love from the Purple Coast always wear their badges while they are still a student. Where are you really from, and why do you want to speak to Hathor?"
Tell him your badge got stolen.
So he actually now is even more interested. Mm-hmm. So he, from his other sleeve, he pulls out this strange device that kind of looks like a musical instrument, and he actually sticks the end of it in his ear, and it's very long, and it ends up it's basically like a trumpet that he is sticking right into your face, and when you speak into it, it kind of echoes.
This is a hearing aid.
It's essentially like an ancient hearing aid, yes. It's called an ear trumpet.
A magical ear trumpet.
I've seen these before. Awesome.
I'm like, all right. I say, all right, Xy Faeth, can you tell him that we need to ask him about something that is a magical item?
All right, look. we're here on we have a question about a mystical, about a ancient item that we need to discuss with him.
This guy looks interested. What sort of item?
The kind that gets old men beat up. The kind. Tell him the kind that we can only talk to him about.
It's a personal matter that only we can discuss with him.
He looks at you guys and is like, "Well, I'm afraid I don't know who you are. Considering the delicate nature of Hathor's work, afraid that I cannot let you see him until I can trust you."
Oh, tell him that Runa sent us to see him.
Runa sent us, if that helps.
He his eyeglasses like fly off his face, like as if they are two monocles. Oh, like my goodness! Why didn't you say so?
Yeah, why didn't you say?
Why did you say that in the first place instead of all of this nonsense about coming from the University of Love?
I speak up and I said, "We said that, but you didn't hear it."
Oh, did you now? I'm terribly sorry.
Good save, Hlad, good save.
We can get away with so much stuff with this guy.
So he rises from his seat.
Yeah.
it takes about the same amount of time as a glacier takes to advance across a continent.
I grow a beard.
And he, don't you already have a beard?
Yeah.
You grow a second beard?
My beard grows a beard.
And there's like this, like the amount of cracking and like groaning. It sounds like when like a really huge tree is like being pushed over in a thunderstorm. But eventually he manages to get up, and then he says, follow me, I will bring you to him.
I'm just flabbergasted at him being able to get up. I'm like, well, this person should not be moving.
So once he actually does get up, you notice that if he were actually fully standing, like if he could actually stand straight up, he would probably be like 6'5". But as it is, he's like 5'11". But he's so stooped. But he's like in his day, he was probably like a mighty man. But he moves a lot quicker now.
He's a mighty little man.
He moves a lot quicker now as he leads you into the university. And as you guys are following, you can see that you're passing by a lot of, open rooms for lectures and that kind of stuff. There's students all about. Most of the students here look like they are like there's no bachelor's degrees here. Like it's all what would be graduate students. So a lot of the people who are students look like they're already quite old and look like they're very wizardy. You have heard, this is a kind of a well-known thing, that the Jotun language and the Jotun secrets they just don't react to normal magical intervention. They don't seem to play by the same rules as normal magic. It's like they're from a completely different magic system. And so the study of them is quite a mystery, and it's a very, very frustrating path for many people. And so it takes a lot more like standard linguistic study, more than it even takes magical study, but that there's still a magical component that is incredibly tricky and difficult. So these are probably some of the smartest people in the world at the university here.
Just looking at them work makes me bored. I'm like yawning as I walk.
When you yawn, the sound of your yawn, you can hear the sound of like 13 other people like catch your yawn, and they all like yawn. They're all like, oh. And then you hear someone say, "Hey, no yawning."
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
So as you are about to do that, suddenly the area around you becomes completely silent, and you cannot hear a single thing until you continue walking past that area. As in, the teacher literally cast a silence spell on you.
Oh, man. Well, I'm like, I try to say something, but nothing comes out.
You're all in a magical. It's like a magical silence space. There's not even footsteps. You can't hear your own.
Yeah. My mouth is like super wide open, and I'm trying to like.
You're like shouting.
Like I'm trying to have like the biggest yawn ever.
Once you get out of the silence, cloud of silence, the old man, he's explained that his name is actually Bart. It might be short for something else, but he just wants you to call him Bart. And he does explain that once the train of people yawning gets started, it doesn't stop for days. And so they really like watch for that because their productivity slows down so much once everyone starts yawning again.
I look at Como and I'm like, hey, Como, I changed the university. I feel very accomplished at this point.
So as you're walking, you can basically guess that you're walking straight towards the keep, technically. And there's kind of a coldness as you're walking. Like you can feel a palpable change as you get close to the university, which is a butt to the keep, and you get to a point which is obviously that the wooden university ends, and it is connected to the actual keep wall. And he leads you to a passage that goes down a decently long stairway, and there is a stone door that is carved into the side of the keep.
Hathord is undertaking some of our most dangerous work on items that have terrible power and terrible consequences for their use. So it is of utmost importance that his work be kept secret and safe.
I let out another yawn. Oh my goodness. This place is stifling.
He starts to yawn and then catches himself.
You there! That's enough yawning from you.
I'm sorry, it's so boring.
And he harumphs.
Anyways.
Whoa, wait a minute.
I must ask you. And then he puts his hand on Xy Faeth's shoulder and says, keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Yes?
Gandalf?
And then he...
When did you become a different man?
And then he opens the door.
Yeah.
And he leads you into a chamber. So the exterior of the keep appears to be, or no, it doesn't appear to be. It is kind of like this black stone that looks very worn and aged. But then as soon as you actually enter the keep, it is all extremely smooth, like perfect, and carved or cut or maybe magically. It's really hard to tell how they must have done this, but it is like hallways of like pure white stone, and they're like perfectly smooth with like a glass finish on the inside.
Wow.
And everything is lit up by a line of kind of sparkling magical energy that is running along the roof of this passageway.
Like, wow, this place is impressive. Still not as good as the Dwarven Mines, but, still pretty impressive.
He says,
I start to yawn again.
He's about to say something, and he is interrupted by your yawn. And so he rumps and just keeps walking. So you come to a shaft, and it seems like the opening just stops. But he leads you in, and a circular light on the wall. He presses it like a button, and then the floor, a sort of a seam develops on the floor, and then it starts moving downwards as an elevator. Moves perfectly smooth. It's moving past featureless white stone, and you can see that a line of blue shimmering energy is created on the stone in front of you as it descends. So it appears that these things are somehow powered by this blue energy.
I'm starting to think that this thing is a little bit more impressive than the Dwarven Mines now.
So it goes down for a couple of minutes, and then it reaches a side passage. Which,
while we were going down, I start humming like repetitive music. Like, man, I could make a lot of money from this if I did this.
like making elevator music.
Yes.
So you get down, and where before it was like it's noticeably cold, it doesn't get too cold so that it's uncomfortable, but you do feel like kind of a chill and almost a sense that you do not belong in this space. It's almost like the chill is more like there is a magical back energy to the area that does not appreciate your entrance into it. You walk along another relatively long corridor, and you come to, again, a dead end. He presses a blue circle on the wall, which opens, and then it opens into a not super large room, but in it is full of all sorts of strange artifacts, of all sorts of constructions that you have never seen nor imagined before.
I go and touch one.
For real?
Yeah. I'm like, whoa, this is really neat. What is this?
So as you're walking towards it, there's a guy in the room here. He is looks like he's a middle-aged man, but he's kind of has a bit of a roguish look to him.
Sure.
He's got like just stubble, but it kind of makes him. It doesn't make him look unkept. It just makes him look like rough and manly.
Yeah.
Has the garb of a professor, but it's more well-fitting than most people's garb. He looks kind of like a dashing kind of character.
Yeah.
And he immediately, as you're walking towards that stuff, he's just like, whoa, hey, hold up there, young fellow. He looks at you, and he kind of squints at you. Like he's not quite sure what you are.
Sure. I squint back at him. I'm like, what's that thing over there?
He says,
and I'm trying to mimic his squinting, like his facial features.
He says, well, first of all, before I can disclose this information, who exactly are you? Bart, who are these people?
Yes, Bart, who are we?
And he says,
the friends of Runas. They've come to you with some sort of problem,
he says. And Hathod kind of has an interested and semi-skeptical, interested look, and says, huh.
So I have my finger pointed out towards the artifacts, and while they're talking, I'm like very slowly shuffling towards it.
He kind of like slaps your hand down. Hey, stop that!
Ow! I use my hand to cast magic. Ow!
And he says,
take my other finger out.
I think if you're here to talk to me about a problem, and he slaps your other hand, then you know how dangerous the Jotun magic can be.
Oh, okay.
Here, follow me to my little campsite. I'll hear what you have to say.
I'm like, okay. I look very disappointed that I couldn't touch the artifacts.
He he's kind of like he looks like he's interested, but also he's a little confused. Especially this dwarf seems strange and impetuous. He's a little like wondering if you're all right in the head, wondering what, like you're just acting really not dwarf-like.
I get told that often.
So
I look longingly back at the artifacts as we're walking away from them. Like one day we'll figure out what they do. Yes, I let him lead us on.
So just at the back of this little chamber, there is a bedroll. There's lanterns, food, and all that kind of stuff. Enough for everyone to sit down and kind of have lunch. But it looks like it's several days worth of food. But he offers it to you guys, so you can kind of get comfortable.
I ask him, "Do you have any onions?"
He says, "There's onions in the pie." There's like a meat pie.
Yeah.
I don't have any raw onions.
I asked them, what kind of food are you guys serving here?
That they don't have raw onions?
I'm like,
Yes.
It's a dragon custom. Don't be too offended, Como. But thank you for sharing your meal with us.
He says, "Oh, I apologize for that. I'm not familiar with poison dragonborn customs. To be honest, there's not many dragonborn around these days. So
I look at Como. I'm like,
some of their
there aren't.
some of their customs have fallen out of use."
So I'm like, so I sit down and I'm like, okay. So we have this bell, and it's a magical bell, and I'll let you look at it if you'd let me touch one of those artifacts.
I look at him. I look at him. I'm the one with the bell.
Shh. I'm trying to negotiate here. Did you want me to throw in some onions there? If you throw in some, I look back. I'm like, if you throw in some onions, we'll let you take a look at the bell.
It's fair to me.
He looks bewildered. Runa wouldn't have sent you to me unless you really needed my help. Are you really going to continue to try and bargain with me, or do you want me to help you with this bell?
No, I want you to help us with the bell. I just really wanted to touch one of those artifacts.
I'm just hungry.
Okay, Como, can you show him the bell?
I take out the bell and present it to him.
He takes it and he looks very interested.
I quickly interject and I'm be like, "Don't ring it. Whatever you do, don't ring it."
He says, "I wasn't going to."
Okay.
So he picks up the bell and he puts it very carefully down on a piece of leather in front of him. And then he pulls out a magnifying glass and he examines it very carefully. He pulls out a little kind of journal thing and begins writing stuff down on its measurements and the designs on it, etc.
I tell him I think it's worth 50 gold pieces. Or sorry, 50 silver pieces.
He laughs a little and says, even the most mundane of the Jotun items is worth a fortune. But this one, perhaps, may only be worth money in specific hands. I believe what you have here is the princess's bell. And that's all the time we have for today.
Indeed. I was just thinking, or Hlan was just thinking, like, how can we get rich off this? Anyways, thanks for joining us, everyone. And thanks for adventuring with us. I've been Fork.
I'm Ghost.
Oakthree.
That sounded like oak bean.
It has been Oakthree. Yeah, please like, subscribe, and do all those wonderful things if you want to continue to follow us. Otherwise, from that, we'll see you guys next time. Bye now.
Bye.